Namaste and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Ray Manwateki, your soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your soul story together. And speaking of soul stories, well, mine is coming up. My birthday is in just a few weeks. It's going to be a great year. I'm super excited, launching some serious joy, seriously. And one of the little facts about my life is that I was born just a couple of days before Mother's Day. In fact, you could say I was the best gift a mother ever had for Mother's Day. And I'm glad you agree, because I'm going to exploit it with a Mother's Day reading special. Right now, you can buy your mother a Mother's Day reading, not on Mother's Day itself. I don't think I can possibly handle that, but basically a gift certificate that she can cash in anytime in 2013. I've reduced my rate big time. I will instantly send you a gift certificate, a digital one, so if you're one of those kids that waits till right before dinner, no problem. We'll send it to you, print it out. You look amazing. It's a 1-hour reading for a reduced rate at soulmart.me. There's so much groovy stuff going on right now, guys. I'm so excited. We've got Serious Joy launching in just a few weeks. My birthday. Every mother on the planet's going to get a fabulous Mother's Day gift this year. And the sun's about to move into Taurus. But first, we've got to wrap up Aries. It has been a bumpy ride. So without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator up and talk about you.
Good afternoon, folks. This is your captain speaking. Please be advised, those with heavier emotional baggage may be asked to pay an additional fee. During Ascension, make sure to keep your past life karma and drama stowed in the overhead compartment. And anyone who's a bummer will not get peanuts.
Hello, Officer Scorpios, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you. And we're in Chapter 3 of Sun in Aries. You are working on the quality of life, what I call the light style. It starts from the health all the way up to your day in and day out routines. And this year you had a lot of deep breaking to do with the past. The universe was calling for Scorpios to decide that life can be entirely different and drawing a clean break. This goes against the way you were born, the style that you were raised to believe life must be. And this may even be, for some people, manifesting medical disease in their body, you deciding for yourself that you'll manifest your own miracle and you'll step on your own path for that. So all that working for Scorpios. We're going to wrap up that connection to lifestyle this week. Sunday is a very spiritual day where you're connecting to the universe for answers. The following Sunday, you're already on the Mirage transit of Taurus, where you're working on marriage and marriage, the next lesson up on the table. Now, Pluto, your home planet, has retrograded. That means you're going to get a break on mind games for a while. I mean, not an entire break, but I guess you're not going to have any new conversation enter your head. Instead, it's time to follow through and leave and audit out the conversation and dialogue that does not serve you, that does not serve the new Scorpio 2.0 that you are developing, and that does not serve the marriage partnerships that you want in the future. So it is time to follow through and enforce until September 21st the lessons you have learned about the attitude you should keep in that noggin of yours. All right, now for my favorite part of the show, where you learn what is above is also below. And as always, I like to start with Sunday. On Sunday, it's sunny with a chance of Randy for the Scorpions. That's because the moon is in Gemini, bringing emotional focus to trust and intimacy issues. This is one of the big fronts going on since last summer, pushing Scorpios to expand your own boundaries. So although you don't let anyone cross your lines, you have also not let yourself cross your lines. And it is time for some of your lines to move. So you are feeling the follow-through of that. Now, of course, most Scorpios take that to the bedroom, and that's why I'm saying there's a chance of Randy, but there is a learning going on. One thing to look at is it's simply from the crossing of the moon and Jupiter. Jupiter is going to wrap up this expansion of trust and intimacy in June. All right, so you've got a lot of expanding and stretching to do, just an FYI. On Monday, it's sunny, but still rather private. The moon in Gemini keeps you emotionally withdrawn from the world and probably keeps you from wanting to engage, so you are a bit private. But Saturn rules the day, which means it's time to make some decisions and commitment to that light lifestyle that you would like. Now, when it comes to lifestyle, you're not really committing to a specific resort or golf resort or anything like that. And even if you're making a decision like that of changing your lifestyle, you're not really committing to the change itself or the details of it. You're committing to the feeling, how you want to feel day to day in your lifestyle, and you should not be relying on any outcome, such as when I start the diet, no, or when I get the job, no. If you're committing to feeling a certain way in the moment, you can do that regardless of the things that the universe provides. So this is a commitment that goes beyond resources. I just want to make myself clear, which I think I have. On Tuesday, sunny and learning very fast. We are blessed with a soul pyramid and Mars rules the day. Now, because Mars rules the day, you are aggro in the moment, wanting to take over in the moment. And so you have to be careful. You have potential for injury if you go to the gym or something on this day. You want to take this masculine energy and put the new lifestyle into motion. If anything, you just want to use that energy to enforce the changes you decided to make just yesterday. So use this aggro energy to take advantage of that. However, there is a soul pyramid going on in the background, and what this is doing is uniting three very powerful forces of Scorpio's lives. On the one hand, the moon in Cancer makes you very reflective on what you believe. So you are figuring out what you believe. And realize Cancer rules beliefs for Scorpios, which means that emotions are always tied to your belief. If you believe people should be, necessarily like, what do I think? If you think that no one should be entering into another person's property without asking, that's because of the feeling someone has of having, being intruded upon. Every belief a Scorpio has comes down to a feeling they're trying to avoid or engage in. All right? So you are feeling what you believe, and then that trines over to Saturn in Scorpio, where you are working on Scorpio 2.0, the new ego, the new you, the new strong you, and then that trines over to Neptune in Pisces, where you are trying to connect to your inner child. So it is the feeling of what you believe. It is the new strength being born, and is the inner child waking up. These three come together for an epiphany, and perhaps an appropriate epiphany to help you decide that lifestyle. Does this lifestyle you're stepping into support the inner child? Support Scorpio 2.0? Support what you believe? That's the question. On Wednesday, you are sunny and rather passionate. Earth rules the day, so you're basically squatting and holding space for the lifestyle that you just committed to yesterday. And the moon in Cancer makes you very righteous about your life purpose, and that's what you're working up to. What is your life purpose? What do you feel like you're here to do anyways? You're returning to that feeling and trying to understand that. With Earth ruling the day, you really just want to hold space and squat on the life or health you want. So just yesterday we were deciding and acting on it. Today we are holding space and being stubborn about the life that we want. On Thursday, cloudy chance of grumpy for a couple of reasons. One, the moon now shifts into Leo, so now emotions are focused on literal career results. If your career is not seeing the results that you want, certainly could be a trigger. Career will be the trigger, but it's not really about career. It's about that lifestyle. We're at 29 degrees of Sun in Aries on this day, and so you are being tested on whether or not you can hold that peaceful lifestyle no matter what happens, career or otherwise. So it's a real test of what you've learned so far, and you are feeling perhaps a little passionately overwhelmed. On Friday, it's sunny and professional, and Pluto rules the day. Pluto is your home planet if you don't know, and this is the one day of the month that 0 means 0, and Scorpios rule the day. Boundaries, and that's what 0 is, a big old boundary between two other numbers, right? So this is a day where we're really transitioning between your lifestyle transit and the marriage transit. For the next 30 days, you're going to be looking at how you treat yourself and then how that attracts people that treat you the same. That's the dynamic of law of attraction. So in the first few days, you're going to be examining how you treat yourself. No matter what happens on Earth and what unfolds for you, it comes down to the way you treat yourself, which I coined the mirage on Soul Garden. Excuse me, wrong button. Then on Saturday, it's sunny and professional. I think you're feeling pretty strong. The sun now is ruling the day. This is the one day of the month that Leo rules the day, or the sun. And this is a day of starting to feel, do you feel the love? Now, you're asking that question when it comes to your own mirage. Do you feel the love? Are you there for yourself in your career? You talk about, are people there for you in your career? Are you there for yourself? That's the big question, and you're either feeling it or not feeling it on Saturday, whether you're working or not. It's a day of reflecting, and the question is, are you there for yourself? Now, one of the things I want to point out for those of you who are watched over by GA is starting on this beginning of Taurus, I'm going to start to get a detailed kind of summary each day of, for each of the signs, Scorpio in your case, what the step involves. So on Saturday, the step involves, do you feel the love in your mirage? And you'll be seeing that in the emails. The other thing is I'm also doing extended planetary discussions in the morning of where each part of your soul is kind of focused for that day. More detailed stuff if you're watched over by GA. So that starts when Taurus starts. And on Saturday, that's what you're feeling. Do I feel the love in my own mirage? Do I feel supported by myself? Of course, you have to be the one to do that, but are you? That's the question. On Sunday, it's sunny and social. The moon now moves into Virgo, pulling emotions out of career finally into friendship and belonging and seeing where you feel like you belong or don't belong on Earth. And the universe has blessed us with yet another soul pyramid. This one in Earth, we're going to get this one more time. The moon in Virgo shifts emotions to society, and now you are uniting your place in the world with your marriages and your attitude. How does your attitude, place in the world, and marriages add up? Are they all the same? Have you married someone with a different attitude? Are you looking for someone with the same attitude? Have you had a rotten attitude? These are all the questions. And the moon just kind of feels out your place in society. So we're in step 2 of Sun and Taurus, and now you are feeling on this Sunday, do I feel the marriage? Do I love myself in the marriage? And then on Sunday, do I feel the marriage? And in the feeling of the marriage, how's that up to where I am in the world? All right, let's fly home. Well, this concludes another week of Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. Incidentally, I do also watch over people personally via text message or email. I get 5 to 7 messages from me a day. It's called the Guardian Agency, and you can join for just 1 penny for the first week. See what it's like to have me in your back pocket. It's quite an experience. And I am casting for my talk show, Serious Joy. If you are a light worker, if you have an interesting talent, an interesting story, a ray of hope, a product you want to share, come on down to soulgarden.me, click on Serious Joy, fill out the survey, and our producers will get in touch with you. Until then, I will see you next week. Remember, I love you, and live, love, be. So.